Good afternoon and welcome to the Jonas C. Morris Stadium here near Cherry Hill West. What you're in store for this afternoon is the biggest rivalry nationwide in high school football. Cherry Hill High School West Lions against the Cherry Hill High School East Cougars. Last year, you saw the Cherry Hill West Lions pull an outstanding upset, winning the game. This year, East looking to come back and win this year. Just so you know who will be commentating for you this afternoon. Myself for West, Michael Arrington, along with Matt Cohen, and for East, Rick Minetti, along with Tom Muncasey. Matt, how about talking a little bit about West's strategy for today's game?
Well, it seems that West has had a strong defense throughout the year. That's what they're going to be relying on big. I was talking to some of the players. For instance, I talked to Jeff Caleo, and he seems to think that West's offense will convert on this game, and that'll help West out really a lot. West defense, they say this is the usual. We have a real good shot.
All right, Rick, how about East strategy here?
East forward steady team is ready. They worked hard all week, and last week they're ready to come back and make up for last year's loss here. The offense mostly running the ball with a little passing from quarterback Cliff Foley. And our defense looks for Dan Kenny, the linebacker, who's leading the team in tackle.
All right, well, what we got out there right now is beautiful performance. This early in the morning. Chilly day out there today. The weather conditions look good right now. We don't think that'll have much of an effect on the players, although maybe the older people can hit the ball and it's cold.
Yeah, well, on top of that, it's very muddy still out there. People walk out on it this morning. They by halftime.
morning, everyone. On behalf of the students, faculty, and administration of the sister high schools, I'd like to welcome you to today's homecoming festivities. A very special welcome to our alumni, particularly to the classes of 1985, which returned to the Jonas C. Morris Stadium for the first time today as alumni. The students of both schools have spent many hours preparing for today's festivities. Our parade begins with the representatives from Cherry Hill East, now approaching the East Stand. Is this year's Cherry Hill East Junior Miss, Maureen Shields. Maureen will present a jazz dance to start it up at the county final. Maureen is being escorted by Rob McCarthy. This year's homecoming theme for Cherry Hill East is Lip Sync. The first homecoming representative is Sue McGosin, representing the freshman class.
And we have the first
She's being
homecoming
escorted by
representative,
Ryan
class of
Curley.
89, coming with their float to follow.
She's being presented a bouquet of roses by the class president, Allison Lees. Following Sue is the freshman class float titled Wizard of Oz. Next, we would like to introduce this year's sophomore class representative, Amy Rubenstein.
Sophomore class representative.
Amy is escorted by
And
Jan
we'll have
Palazzo.
the class of 88 float. And then, of course, we'll have
Amy
all
Appleton,
the
president of the sophomore class, is presenting Amy her bouquet of flowers. This year's sophomore class float is titled A Medley of Rock and Roll.
Here are lip sync. And as the floats and cars make their way around the track here, you can just get a glimpse of the homecoming festivities, which are going underway right now. And then we will have the game underway, of course, the main event of the afternoon.
Now approaching the stand is Sandra Messino, the junior class homecoming representative, and her escort, junior class president, David Schleicher.
All right, so now what we have is the junior class representatives approaching the east stand. And as every school, all these floats stop at the school stands, the girls will receive flowers from the student government officers, and the same will occur, of course, for the two junior misses.
And there's a junior float from Phi called the Monster Mash by East class of 87. We have a lot of colorful and interesting floats here. You can see all the work that was put into it.
Right now you have a shot of the lead car. That's the freshman representative car for Cherry Hill East. Or actually, excuse me, that's the junior miss from East.
Mike Hackman, vice president, Dave Black, secretary, and Dave Wilcox, treasurer. First, we have Sam Cornell and her escort, Ryan Whalen. Next is Alicia Jacobson and her escort, Julian Fox. The third representative is Jim King. Her escort today is Scott Smith. The final representative for the class of 86 is Beth Monaco, who's being escorted
And you
today
still
by
see the junior miss from East with her escort riding around. And as the other floats and cars come into view, of course, we'll give you shots of those as well. It looks like she's having a wonderful time out there today.
Exceptional job on this year's float. The results for the judging this morning showed a four-way tie.
And for the judging for the East floats, this morning there was a four-way tie during that Spirit Week competition, so no advantage gain there. Here we have the Class 89 homecoming representative in her car. And back to a shot of the junior miss for East. And there is the class of 1989 float, the Wizard of Oz, their theme. As you see the Emerald City and many of the lovely ladies from East on that float.
And that should be the class of 1988, homecoming representative Carr there. And there's the representative for the sophomore class from East with her escort. And then you see Wesley and Mrs. Katz watching intently the floats go by. Of course, Mrs. Katz, Wesley, devoted members to West, our all games. And then we have the class of 88 float. Can't believe that can support all those people. But anyway, quite a number on there. And this should be the class of 87 homecoming representative, their escort. And here comes the class of 87 float. We got back to a shot of the Emerald City, the freshman float, as they go by the west stand. Put a lot of hard work, as you can see, into that float.
All the floats, there's lots of hard work. You can tell these people didn't just do this in a day.
And then the Monster Mash float, class of 87 float, what you're seeing right now. Some intense costuming there. Excellent scenery. And that should be the senior representative. And obviously rock and roll their theme as they roll on by.
Here's Alan Opperly and Beth Bonato and the white limousine running for today's occasion, homecoming parade from East. And there's the junior float titled Monster Mash from the class of 87 of Cherry Hill East.
Now we have the junior miss from West, Kim Greenberg, along with her escort, Drew Molosky.
I'm not alone. Shall we begin our homecoming presentation with junior miss Kim Greenberg?
There's many of the other homecoming runner-ups there. Debbie Labs, along with her escort, Don Buster. Pat Holland, along with Gary Long. Gary looks a little bit cold this morning. And
There's our homecoming.
here's our homecoming queen, Marion Miranda.
With her escort, Amy Davis.
Fine homecoming queen business here. Very active in school, in the school government, and many other things, and looking great out there today. As we swing on over across the field, we see the sophomore float along with the sophomore and junior float. I got a quick shot of that. And here we have the senior and freshman team, which was Saturday night's main event wrestling. And we've got much of the wrestling going on in the ring there.
Crazy. Well, West and G picked the most appropriate people for the main event float.
Certainly did. And we see the childhood humanity passing by. That's class 87 and 88 float. People throwing things into the crowd. Candy there, trying to get some votes that way. I don't know. Now we have the main event, West versus East, the main event, and of course West is winning at all times here. Freshmen and seniors teamed up to do that, and a fine job they did of that.
first presentation of the most is the final activity.
He's hanging up on John Weinstein, who's our symbol of West, and of course,
Some of the crowd's trying to help him there.
yes, it seems that they're doing quite a good job. Oh, they've got a body slam. There it goes. Oh, just out of range. Oh, it's unfortunate. Well, there you have it, all the floats of East and West. Fine job on all cars. All the classes. There's Wesley and Mrs. Cass to get a shot at them. And I'm sure Wesley, whoever's inside there, is probably only one person out on the field today.
Well, the crowd seems to be happy enough for this game despite the weather conditions. It's damp and cold.
Very cold.
We're up here freezing.
There's a shot of the West cheerleaders. Doing job as usual out there. Not much shelter from the elements in their skirts, but that's the price you pay for being a cheerleader. There's another shot of the East marching band. Drum major standing up there. Looks like they're about ready to leave the field, and the West marching band is about ready to enter. There you see in the background the West marching band coming around. Drum majors Chris Marino and drum majorette.
You can see a sizable difference in the marching band. I was here to announce the band competition a few weeks back where West hosted a fine band competition. East did very well.
These both bands together are going to play the national anthem so that we can get this game underway finally.
Terrific.
All right, so as we're getting ready for the band to get in place, remember this game being brought to you by Cherry Hill West, home of Wesley the Lion, and Cherry Hill High School East, home of the East Cougar, and by NYT Cable, home of stereo television here on Channel 18. All right, there you see the West band lining up.
Yes, they're coming into formation. Just about ready.
We'll see the harmony between the two schools before they actually go and do battle with each other. There's Chris Marino taking this band, drum majors, to lead both bands in the national anthem. Benji, can you hear him?
They're ready to go.
Please rise for our national anthem to be played this morning by the combined marching bands of Cherry Hill East and Cherry
All right,
Hill
let's
West.
just enjoy this national anthem, shall we? have the main event of the day with Cherry Hill West Lions taking on the Cherry Hill East Cougars in the homecoming game, the annual homecoming game, which is has been ranked by Time and Newsweek as the number one national high school rivalry on the football level.
There goes West Band.
And West Band led by Chris Marino, the drum major.
Also Richard Elbert, the other drum major.
While we have a little time now, why don't I just run through the entire West lineup here to see who may be joining us today in the game. We'll have at the quarterback positions, there's 3 quarterbacks possible. There's number 10, Scott Riley, number 11, David Summerson, and number 12, Generic Murphy. At halfback and safety, we'll have number 13, Andrew Albrecht, John Eisel, number 16, also a possible quarterback, Anthony Ambezi at halfback for center back. Number 23, Henry Moyer, could be fullback or linebacker. Number 25, Jeffrey Caleo, probably be tight end today. James Reeler, on line, Patrick Kane, defensive back, Anthony Papaneri, number 28 also in there, number 30, Kevin Lockwood, defensive back, number 31, Oscar Jamerson, fullbacker or linebacker, number 32, Gary Gagnon, halfback or linebacker as well, number 33, Michael Metallico, fullback or linebacker, number 34, one of the co-captains, Matthew Hansen, at fullback and linebacker as well, number 35, Michael Bott, number 40, Ronald Daly out there, halfback and center back, number 41, Glenn Faydoul, tight end, number 43, Thomas DiDomenico, halfback and linebacker, number 44, David Miller, number 51, Christopher Horacio, and number 24, Joseph Brabazon. Along with, we've got James Martino here, number 57, Salvatore Maritos, number 60, Matthew Resinski, number 61, Daniel McGee, number 63, Robert Billow, number 54, John Brunetti at linebacker as well, number 65, Bart Stagel, number 56, Stephen Janitis, number 70, Jason Hamilton, number 71, Greg Dorwood, number 72, David Ragon, number 73, John Roscoff, number 75, Patrick Sloan, number 77, Mark Schwartz, number 81, Derek Evans, number 83, Richard Horowitz, number 84, Scott Cohen, number 85, Walter Bastinowicz, number 86, Thomas Harmon, and Alex Reynolds at number 88, and finishing up the lineup, number 89, Louis Susano. Rick, how about the East lineup?
Well, for East, let's just go through the starters and see what we have. Starting on offense, on the offensive line, we have seniors Chris Matteo, Len Terranova, and we have Mike McAleer and Jeremy Trinidad at guards. At center, it's Nick DeMario, also a senior. The running backs will be Tom Cohen and Brent Sherman. The flanker will be Steve Prano, another senior. Other wide receivers to look for will be Eric Radville, another flanker, and tight end Scott Blanche. On defense, at ends, we have Glenn Stalp and Eddie Welch. They're both juniors. At tackle, they have Matteo and Blanche, 2 seniors who will play both ways. And nose guard will be Chris Casamano. He's a junior. At linebacker will be Rich Stevenaro, Mike Fieschi, and Dan Kennedy. Kennedy's the senior middle linebacker who's leading each team in tackles this year. And the secondary will have strong safety Matt Knopf, another senior, free safety Steve Prano, and the cornerbacks will be Louis Haino and Ronnie Rambler. The total senior defensive backfield for East. And the kicking game will be handled by Dave Mitchell, another senior. He's also a captain of this team. He had a shoulder separation in the last game, so he won't be able to run the ball today, but he'll be important on the kicking game, which could decide this game.
And here comes East out on the field. West already out there getting ready, getting psyched for the game.
All right, and just so you know who's been coaching the West team all year, we've got Mike Caputi, the head coach, and he's been assisted all year long by Joseph Albanese, Ronald Hunt, Harold Little, Daniel McKee, Tom Trotman, Mike Woodland, the team physician taking care of all the injuries, Dr. William Block, the trainers, Joseph Deering, and the student trainer, Howard Goldman, and of course the student managers, Daniel Baker, Evelyn Self, along with the equipment manager, of which all the men out here would not have anything on, Ernie Lawrence. We're about ready for the coin toss momentarily. We've got the West team stretching out there right now to make sure they're loose for the game. I'm sure their intensity is up. I'm sure they're really psyched for this game. It's probably the biggest game of the year. And of course, the last game of the season for all the seniors playing, the last game at West. So, of course, all the seniors here would like to leave off with a win.
And now here are this morning's starting lineup. First for Cherry Hill East. At strong safety, number 11, Matthew Knox. At free safety, number 20, Steve Frano. At linebacker, number 22, David Zucchi. At cornerback, number 31, Louis Hengel. At nose guard, number 32, Greg.
Right now we have the captains coming to the center of the field for the coin toss. For each captain will be number 23, senior Tom Cohen, number 30, Dave Mitchell, and number 20, Steve Frano. All three are seniors.
The West out there, we've got the co-captains Matt Hansen and Pat Kane, along with the Cats and fourth Wesley Lyons.
At tackle, number 74, Chris
You
Mario.
can see some of the uniforms are already dirty from training.
Number 76, Glenn Stout.
This is going to be a messy game.
The field looks especially sloppy in the middle of the field where most of the game is going to be played, between the 40-yard line.
Another starting offensive lineup for Cherry Hill West. At halfback, number 13, Randy Albrecht. At quarterback, number 16, John Eisler.
Okay, our starting quarterback today will be number 16, John Eisler.
Number 25, Jeff Calero.
25, Jeff Caleo, all be starting for West today. Pat Kane, number 27, will be starting.
Fullback, number 34, Matt Hanson.
At fullback, Matt Hansen, number 34, will be up there.
Center, number 53, Sal Carino.
All right, center, number 53, South Garrido.
Guard, number 55, Jim Martino.
Martino, left guard, will be starting.
Right guard, number 63, Rob Capillo.
Okay, right guard, Robert Pillow.
At right tackle, number 70, Jason Hamilton.
Jason Hamilton, number 70, will be starting for West at right guard. Left tackle,
Greg Gorwood.
Greg Garwood will be starting for West at left tackle.
Wide receiver, number 86, Tom Harmon.
Number 86, Tom Harmon, will be starting at right tackle, I believe.
The pregame festivities are over, and we're psyched to get this game started. This is a good game, strong rivalry between the two teams. Even though both teams are below 500, it should really be a good game. Each record before this game is 3-4-1. They have a chance to finish at 500 if they win this game.
I think all the records really go out the window when we head into this game because it's really one of the rivalries, and it's just the game means so much to both teams, no matter where they're finishing, league-wise or conference-wise, with their records over the year.
East has won the toss, and they're going to get the ball, receive the ball first. Back deep for East to return the punter, number 34, Brett Sherman, and number 25, Brian Ryer. Both are junior running backs.
Number 71, Greg Gorwood, will be kicking off for Cherry Hill West, followed by the special teams on the kickoff returns there for West. And we're about ready to get this game underway. Greg Gorwood signaling. It's the final showdown we've been waiting for. And there's the kickoff.
Short kick. Caught by number... It's a fumble, and East recovered it. Looks like Sherman or... Yeah, Sherman fell on the punch. Sherman recovered the kickoff fumble.
All right, so East will have it on about the 32-yard line. It's a short kick by Gorwood, but not that great of a run back. And as you saw, the West defense was really ready to be on top there.
East gets pretty good field position out of it, even though they did fumble on the kickoff. Paulie leads his team up the line. They're going to miss Dave Mitchell, their big running back today. He's the He's the bull in the backfield for them. He fades back. Caught by number 23, Tom Collins, who's up the side.
He's got, looks like he's got close to a first down.
Got a first down. Cohen picks up 14 or 12 yards on the play. It'll be another first down for East.
So is passing going to be, you think, a big part of the East attack today?
Well, they've been trying to combine the running game and the passing game, and sometimes it's backfired on them. But for the most part, look for East to run the ball, especially in this weather.
One thing East has failed to do is pass short. I've heard reports that when the long receiver is covered, they will not go to the
short man.
Secondary.
Yeah, the short man.
All right, well, 34 there, got a short gain, about 3-4 yards.
Brad Sherman, he's a junior running back. He said he's really excited about this game. He's looking to have a good game.
All right, so it's now second down and about 6 for the East Cougars.
A special note: there will be a number change sometime during the process of the game. David Summerson will be 15. Patrick Kane will be 28. Oscar Jamerson will be 47.
Foley fades back
and
under
Gary
pressure
Gagnon will be 36.
and throws it away out of bounds.
That was a dangerous pass there, and it looks like almost intercepted by West.
Looks like the pressure really got to him on that play.
Yeah, West really penetrated there and got through. Were able to get some pressure on him. I think he threw it away a little bit earlier than he wanted to on that one.
That's going to be one of the big keys for East, whether their big offensive line will be able to give Foley the time he needs.
So it's now third down and 6 for East. Probably a passing down, although we'll have to see what Foley comes up with here.
Flank the outside is 86 Radville on the near side, and on the far side, Foley back. Oh, he's tripped. He's down.
He's down. He's sacked kind of just as you see what the elements can do to the quarterback there. He wasn't really sacked, just tripped, and of course just touched by the West defense. Loss of yards there, and of course will be a punt now from East.
Dave Mitchell's coming in to punt now, number 30. He had a mild shoulder separation in last Monday's game against Camden High, and he even managed to try to kick a couple field goals, but that game ended in a 0-0 tie.
All right, so
It's going to be Mitchell's last game for East, and he's a starter since he was a junior, or sophomore rather.
number 88, number 40 back
There
for
it
West.
goes.
As the kick, it looks like number 40 is going to pick it off. Oh, and he drops it. He goes to get behind him. And number 40 is blocking him. Number 88 coming to the outside, putting up a nice run, stiff arm, and ends up at about the 15-yard line.
Tackled by number 65. That's Mike McAleer.
All right, so what happened was we had a good punt, and they couldn't get under it, and they got through number 40's hands. And once that happened, number 88 was able to pick it up and make some kind of a play on it. So now West will start their first offensive drive at their own 15-yard line. All right, quarterbacking right now will be John Eisler, setting up, and let's see what he does on her first play of the game. A little bit offside.
Jumps offside.
That was number 80, I believe.
Number 80, that's Scott Blanche.
Okay, Scott Bland's offside for East. So first penalty, so West will have a little advantage there. Get out to about their 20, 25-yard line on the penalty.
20-yard line.
20-yard line.
5-yard penalty for offside. East is missing one of its best defensive linemen this game, Alan Opperly. He has a torn calf muscle. It's going to take a couple more days for him to get better. So he's going to miss his last game of the season for East.
Okay, so now West in a little bit better position on their own 20, and Icefield will now have his opportunity for first play of the game. Chooses to run with it, and number 13, Andrew Albrecht, caught behind the line of scrimmage.
By number 32, Greg Casamento. Great play by Casamento.
So Albrecht gets a loss of about 2 yards, so it'll now be
Second down and 7.
Michael Botlico is coming out for number 40, Ron Daly.
All right, now Eisler has second play here, second down, 7. So he decides to run again. And Albrecht going nowhere. The East defense really on top of things right now.
East defense is really taking it. Also, conditions of the field are not helping either team.
It's going to be 3rd and long for West here. 3rd and about 6 yards for the first down.
So probably we'll have to see our first pass from high school here because you got to know that the run's not working. Try to air things out a little bit here and see what happens.
5 defensive backs in the game now for their nickel set.
Nice Larry tries to go to run again and not successful at all there. Gets above the 20, so it's 4th and about 5. Another punt now probably coming from West.
Castellano made another nice play there. Nose guard. Getting good penetration off the West center. He's going to be hard to stop if he can keep this all game. He can really shut down their running attack.
As last year, Andrew Albrecht was pivotal in that win against East. So if they can shut him down today, they're looking at a very good game.
East has 23 Cohen and 25 Reiner back to field the punt. Short punt. Bounces off a West helmet.
He's got flags down. Any idea what that penalty was on?
Could be clipping considering it was a punt. Looks like fair catch interference there on West.
So East, no matter where they get the ball from here, are going to have excellent field position.
Steve Prano, number 20, is talking it over with the officials. What would be best for the East team to take?
East does have excellent field position, but they got to remember West defense has been terrific.
So thus far, neither team's offense has been able to really generate anything. Both teams punting after 3 plays. But now East is almost within field goal range right now, and they have the ball.
That was a 15-yard penalty. That really hurt West a lot. He should be able to pick up some kind of points out of that.
So the net on the punt is 3 yards. East takes the ball over at the West 22.
We'll see how the defense is here within their 20-yard line. This is where the tough yards are. And we'll see if Foley decides to pass or run here. Goes running with the ball. Gain of about 2 yards. So 2nd down and about 8 for East. Do you think Foley will risk a pass this close?
Well, he's got Bradville 86 out wide to one side, and number 20, Steve Prano out to the left. Looks like he could be going for the pass here.
There he goes, Bradville. And he overthrows number 86.
Eric Bradville.
And he was covered step for step there.
They're trying to isolate Bradville on the cornerback one-on-one. They got those single coverage, but they couldn't take advantage of it.
Yes, so Andrew Albrecht, number 13, was with him every step of the way on that one.
Good defense on the play by West.
Do you think Foley was a little rushed there, or just overthrew it?
I think he was trying to throw it as soon as he saw his wide receiver get a step on that defender. Now he put up there and hope.
All right, so now we've got a 3rd and 8 situation.
Foley gives it up the middle to Sherman. 34.
And he may have a first down. He's going to be very close.
Looks like a first down.
They may be coming out here to measure it. I think it'll depend on the spot they give the ball. Yes, they are coming out to measure, and we'll see. It's going to be close.
It's going to be real close.
Do you think East would go for it if they didn't make it?
They made it. They made it.
They made it.
So
Well, that adds to...
and they can still get a first down and be within half a yard of the goal.
West has to really push on their defense.
East has to be hoping for a touchdown here because the kicking game is going to be very tough today with this wet turf. It's going to be hard for a good center snap and spot for Mitchell to kick the ball.
All right, let's see if the West defense can rise to the occasion here. There's the snap up the middle, and he gets inside to about the 7-yard line.
That was Cohen, number 23, picking up about 3 yards.
So it'll be a second and about 7.
We're halfway through the first quarter, and if you've just joined us, you really haven't missed much.
Yes, the score is 0-0, and both teams have not been able to generate too much offense, but East is now knocking on the door here, and we'll see what happens in the next remaining plays. Again, going up the middle, number 23 Cohen, but he's not going anywhere.
Looks like about a 2-yard gain, if any.
So it'll probably be third and about 5. And they've been giving the Cohen a lot here inside the 10, but West has been able to block up the middle pretty much.
This is where they're going to miss Dave Mitchell because Dave always could get the short yardage situations. He was their big back that they needed. And Cohen's got a little more speed than Mitchell, but he doesn't have the same size.
So looks like if West can stop him here, they might be able to get away with only a East field goal attempt. Then we have number 24 breaking to the outside.
Oh, touchdown.
Touchdown by Brett Sherman, number 34, 6-yard run.
Nice touchdown.
So 6-0, lead now for East, taking that drive. First they got that penalty against West, and they were already on the 20-yard line. They drove inside and got the first scoring. They've drawn first blood here in the first quarter at 4:40 left in the first quarter. 6-0 East.
22-yard drive there by East. They did it all by running the ball. They didn't complete one pass.
These looks like they've got a good offense. West is going to have to really push their defense.
All right, now we've got the extra point attempt for East. And it's good.
No good.
No good.
Looked like number 15, Mike Medinger, the holder, had a little problem with a high snap there.
So it's only 6-0, and we'll see if that means anything later in the game.
Could be important.
That touchdown by Sherman was his third of the year. He hasn't really been a force in the early games, but he's come on later in the season.
All right, now East will be ready to kick off here. And back deep for West, we've got number 88 again. I believe that's number 40 out there. Yes, that's number 40, Ron Daly, number 88, Alexander Reynolds. Last time, Ron Daly out there let the ball get away from him on the punt. So let's see if he does a little bit better on the kickoff.
We're not even through the first quarter, and some of the uniforms are already total mud.
Well, I think that's what the coaches like to see, show them that their players are really working hard out there. There's number 30 for East kicking off.
Dave Mitchell will boot the ball. He's had great success putting the ball into the end zone.
And there's Ron Daly picking it off.
He's up a little bit.
And Daly makes it up to the 21-yard line.
That was a good kick down to the 5-yard line. That was a 16-yard return.
Considering he has a separated shoulder, I think it's a real good kick.
You can see the field conditions are really taking effect on the game. Ron Daly slipped a little bit there. He could have had a few more yards.
All right, there's Eisler now. And he's got a one-man back, two-man back. Looks like it's going to be a running play.
Fumbled snap.
Eisler takes it himself.
Crushed by the East defense. Great gang tackling there by the 9 players out of the 11 defensive players are in on the play.
So a loss of about 5 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for West.
We've already seen a couple of times the effects of the wet field on the game. We've had a couple of fumbles, more than a handful of slips and slides. Should be a pretty good game. Nothing better than a muddy, wet football game.
As long as you're not playing, right, Tom?
True.
We've got Eisler going wide. There's John Eisler. Get outside. Oh, he's got to pick up to the 30-yard line, so he's going to be close to a first down.
Tackle made by 33 Kennedy and 42 Rambler on that play.
So Eisler seems to be maybe a little bit upset about getting sacked back there. He came back, and it's now going to be third and short.
Looks like they have about a yard or two.
Oh, they're actually measuring for the first down. I didn't think it was that close, but they must have given them a pretty good mark there.
Referee timeout here. It's going to be third and short.
Just short, about a yard short of the first down.
I think they were measuring more to make sure they could get a good spot in the center of the field. Good, accurate spot.
So it's third and inches here.
Just about, yeah.
And again, we bring up the hypothetical question, what happens if West doesn't make it? Will they go for it or will they punt?
I would go for it, but it's easy for me to talk. I mean, it's early in the first quarter, and they may feel not want to chance it, but probably the coach doesn't even want to think about that. He wants to make it here, not have to be faced with that decision. He's got 25 in motion. I mean, they've got the first down. That was number 34. With the drive, he got about 4 yards.
Tackled by 80, Scott Blanche on the play. It's going to be harder to read the numbers as the game goes along here.
All right, we've got number 33 stepping out for a moment there. And that's West's first down situation of the game thus far. But they really
give West the confidence they need for a drive.
They've still got about 65 yards to go for a touchdown, though.
A long way to go on a muddy field.
Oh, yes. Especially against that East defense. Good Eisler pitch back to Albrecht. Albrecht hasn't quite... We've got a flag down. We've got Albrecht out.
Albrecht still running.
And Albrecht, 50-yard line. So if the penalty is not against West, then we will see what they will do.
Tackled by 20, Prano on the play.
We really couldn't see what that flag was about.
The ref threw it early. The way the West players are acting, looks like it's against West.
Exactly what it is.
Looks like instead of being a 15-yard gain for West, they're going to lose yardage on it.
And it's going to be a big penalty. Looks like 15 yards. Looks like it could have been clipping on the play. That's a 15-yard penalty. I'll have to wait for the ref's decision.
That's really amazing because West finally had a drive going. Albrecht, excellent run up to the 50, and a penalty of 15 yards, and now they're back on their own, looks like the 15-yard line. So that really hurt them, and that's what it's flipping on West.
So it's going to be first down and 25 for West.
So West has already had 2 penalties for 30 yards. Well, at least he only had 1 for 5. There's the quarterback on a bootleg. Oh, he's going for it now. He's up to the 20, 25.
Tackled by 22, Demusky, Dave Demusky, linebacker.
About the 48-yard line.
So it'll be second and 10 now.
Demusky's only a junior starting at linebacker with Dan Kennedy.
Two minutes left in the first quarter. East is up by 6 on a 6-yard run by Brett Sherman.
high school now, setting up. Pitches back to number 13, Albrecht. Oh! Number 86 falls down. As you can see what happens when weather conditions go on there.
For the receivers. Tom Harmon.
They
Really
faked
slippery
to
condition out there.
they faked to Albrecht, if you notice there, and Albrecht could have run for at least 10 yards if he would have given him the ball.
Looks like East was expecting the pass there. They got it.
Well, right now what we have is we lost our picture temporarily there. Said the team's in huddle, and now it'll be third and about 10.
West is going to the shotgun here. Something we haven't seen in high school ball in a while.
And that's number 11. You got a new quarterback out there, and looks like he's going to run it.
He's running it.
And and he was close, but he did not make the first down. That was number 11 out there, David Summerson. At 6'3" and 168 pounds, he's definitely got the height and maneuverability out there. As you see on the replay, there he is.
Breaking to the outside. In pursuit are East players, but he gets to the outside and heads towards the sideline.
And there we see he's being pursued by the East defense. He gets by one, breaks that tackle. Then he's gang tackled by those three East players, bringing him down. And he's very close to the first down. It looks like they're going to go for it. Oh, no, they're going to punt. Excuse me.
He should have excellent field position after this punt.
It's taking the west bounce, though. So they'll down it to the 30-yard line, or 25-yard line, no, 30-yard line of the East.
Not a great hang time, but good roll for West.
Actually, West got the most yardage on running that they've had the whole game, about 65 yards there, but because of the penalty, they ended up kicking from around their 30 instead of perhaps being in field goal range.
First and 10 for East.
I've got a flag
whistle.
May have been offsides on West there. Oh, it's against East.
Puts East at first and 15 right away. I think they're going to have to pass.
But as you notice, these penalties have been small thus far, and they've been able to recover from them rather well.
That's where West one big penalty put them in a bad position.
So he gives off to Cohen in the backfield. He stacked up.
Drilled behind the line of scrimmage, so they got no gain in that. It's going to be second and maybe 16.
Pardon me, that was Reinert on the carry, not Cohen.
It looked like Jason Howland on the takedown. There's the instant replay.
Great penetration by the West line.
And that's number 70 getting him down first. And then he's gang tackled by the rest of the West defense.
Yeah, Jason Howland took him right down.
So East has got second and 20 here.
They're not going to get the play off as the first quarter comes to an end.
So we've got the 6-0 as the first quarter comes to an end. We'll have a little break here for the players, and then it'll be second down and 20 for the Cougars when they come on back. Looks like if West can contain them here, they might get pretty good field position coming into the second quarter.
That could be pivotal if West can hold them here and get the ball in good field position, because it's going to be hard to sustain a long drive in this weather. Field position is going to play a big part.
West is by no means out of it. It's only 6-0.
One big play and they could be tied.
Great. Could even be ahead. Matter of fact, if West starts performing, that miss of the extra point might really come back and haunt East. Once again, it's a dry, dreary day, but showing that on the field. Lots of action.
Fans have filled up too since the beginning of the game.
Yes.
Looks like we're almost at capacity here.
Just about. Crowd looks really excited.
All right, so we've got Foley now, second down and 20. Got a really big task ahead of him here. He's going, dropping back for the pass. Got Collins, he goes long.
Oh, stop.
Oh, excellent defense. Double right into the double coverage.
Flag down.
Oh, they're flag down. Pass interference, it has to be.
There's a little bit of taunting there by the East
East player, number 86. This is unbelievable. Look at this. We'll have the double coverage. We'll have Foley back. We'll have some pressure put in, but he gets the pass off. It's a gorgeous pass. He passes right into double coverage. Now, you judge for yourself, but I personally don't think he was interfered with in any way. They all jump up at the same time. That is not
Like
interference.
they're all going for the ball,
Yeah.
so it would be interference. It's a lot easier to call it when we see it twice.
And there's head coach Mike Caputi, and he looks a little upset.
Really upset.
Realizes that West has been hurt with the penalty so far, and that one I think they were really unfairly called.
Puts East all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's going to make it 35.
So West still has a chance to come back with their defense. They're just getting the markers in place here.
And it's an automatic first down on the interference call. First down. The penalties have really hurt West
They've
there.
really affected West. They're both excellent teams, and they're both really playing up to par, but the penalties have really hurt West.
There's a snap, running play up the middle.
Cohen bounces outside. Gets out to the 50.
Into the mud. There's a big puddle by the 50-yard line marker, as you might have seen the splash go up there.
It's the best.
As we see it again in slow motion.
Cohen really is a strong player. He's incredible.
Looks like he's stopped on the line of scrimmage, but bounces outside and picks up 15 yards on the play. Cohen's been a starter on the East varsity team since he was a freshman, which is
And the
remarkable.
weather conditions are playing a big role in this game.
But Cohen seems to be conquering the weather a little bit so far. Another first down for East, and they're out of danger territory.
Give him the 23, taken right down.
So no gain on that play.
No luck that time for Cohen. Couldn't get away from the defensive lineman.
And that was number 74, Schwartz, who brought him down.
On defense, the EFAS offensive line is pretty big. Lenny Terranova, number 73, 230, and Chris Matteo, 235. They could play a big part in this game. Big guys blocking on a muddy field. You see Reiner get a 10-yard gain.
10-yard gain, first down.
Reiner's a little guy. He can almost hide behind his offensive lineman and let them make their blocks so he can choose the hole.
Looks like they're going to measure here.
Here's the pitch. Good following Tom Cohen. There's Reiner, 25. Cohen with a good lead block to give him the big hole.
Everyone was slipping on that play. Taken down by number 51, Chris Ferrazio.
We've got a really good offensive drive from East here.
It's going to be 2nd and 1 for East. On the West 40-yard line.
No, it's first down. They did give him the first down.
Ooh, fumble.
Fumble, West recover.
Covered by West.
Let's see who got that. It's on the bottom of the pile. Looks like number 33.
Real happy about that.
That'd be
Great
Michael
hit.
Metallico.
Great hit on the offensive line. Here's the play.
Here goes again. Drops it as it was hit by number 43.
And it's recovered.
Tom DiDomenico.
We believe that was Michael Metallico who recovered that ball.
West gets their best field position out of this.
West defense is beginning to show up. We'll see what Andy
Eisler pitching it up to Albrecht, a gain of about 4 yards.
The momentum has certainly shifted. East had it all in the first quarter, but with this fumble, looks like West should take over now.
There's Eisler pitching it back to Albrecht once again. He only gets about a yard or two on that play. It'll be third and about 5.
Game is starting to turn into a mud ball.
Especially where they are right now in the middle of the field, the muddiest area, and most of the games have been played so far.
West really hasn't passed that much this game.
Yeah, surprising.
That's probably because they're not wanting to risk the weather conditions, possible interception. But I think here they might have to pass, third and 5. The running game hasn't been working that well. There's Albrecht, though.
It reads like
He
has to get rid of it out of bounds.
I think one of the reasons they're not passing is they're leery of their offense, and I'm not sure if they're totally confident in what they're doing. They are hoping they can do well today, but in past performances, their offense has not done too well.
So fourth and long, West will probably punt here.
We have 8:46 left in the first half. East is up 6-0 on a 6-yard run by Brent Sherman, and the extra point was missed.
We've got West calling some people in. Number 43 coming in. All right, West huddling up here, and who's that deep back for East there?
It's hard to read the numbers from here, but it looks like Reinhardt is back, number 25 for one of them. And the punt's going to go out of bounds anyway. Punt out at the 22-yard line. So West could not take advantage of the turnover there.
So East now has a long drive ahead of them. Looks like they spotted it about the 24-yard line. All right, the West defense now is probably definitely very psyched up because they caused the fumble last time. Probably looking to cause another turnover here. Of course, the East offense will be wary of that, perhaps a bit more careful.
Oh, pitch by Reinhardt. Pitch to Reinhardt. There's
Face mask, yeah, late flag, but we saw that face mask from up here. And you'll see here, it's pretty early on. He's got the pitch back. He's coming up, 43 slips down. And number 74 just grabs him by the face mask and almost rips his head off.
Couldn't have felt too good.
No, he really pulled them down hard.
That's going to be another big penalty against West, another 15-yarder.
Well, West certainly doesn't make small penalties, do they? When they make a penalty, they know how to do it.
They get their money's worth.
That's right.
First down for East on their 41-yard line. Oh, he gives to Sherman.
Second and about 7. So if West will stay away from the penalties here, they might be able to get this ball back before the half is over. the gain on that play either. The third, about 5.
Cohen's number's obliterated by the mud now.
Brought down there by number 24, Brabazon from West. Third and 5.
West defense has really picked up now. They're holding East. It's third and long. West probably will get the ball if East doesn't make it.
Red Bills switch far to the outside. We have 3 backs, fully phased back.
Ooh, they're coming in.
Foley being chased. Completes the
Oh,
pass.
he has it.
Does not have the first down, though. That was excellent play or scrambling by Foley. He was really way back there and threw it under pressure.
He got rid of it to his tight end, Scott Blanche.
If you see it on the replay here, he is fading way back, penetrating in. Looks like it's going to be coming from the left side here. And we can't see who that is right now, but he slips at number 74, slips, and number 70 pursuing, and he can't quite get him in time. And then we'll see the completion right here.
That's not quite enough for the first down.
Who do we have back for Westcott? Looks like it's Daly and number 88 again. Back, and here's the kick. Nice kick.
Number 88 is Alex Reynolds.
Gets an East roll on that one. They're going to get it about the 24, 25-yard line.
The offensive scoring has been held to a minimum here. East is up 6-0. Only a little under 6 minutes left in the game, in the first half, rather.
And we now have West with another long drive. 76-yard drive for the touchdown they're looking at here. They haven't been able to string more than 3 first downs together.
Back to Andy Albrecht.
Nope.
Taken down on just below 25.
Backed up there by the East defense.
About a 1-yard gain there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Albrecht not having the day thus far that he had last year in this game.
He ran for big yardage last year.
West has had the opportunity.
They pitch it out to number 40, Ron Daly. Flips again.
I was saying, West has had the opportunity for some good potential drives, but they've always been inhibited by penalties thus far.
Backed up on the play by Cohen.
You see the pitch now out to Ron Daly, who takes it, he gets away from that one East defender, and then he just flips. He might have been able to get by that other one.
He's trying to cut back into the middle.
Before on a punt receive.
Okay, 3rd and long here. And we've got a passing situation, one of the few passes of the game, and almost intercepted. Is there a flag?
No flag.
No flag down on the play.
And that was, I realized there was no interference there, but it was just like the other play in which West was penalized for a good 15, 25 yards there.
Here's the pass again.
A little wobbly, this pass here.
Trying to get right down the middle. Looks pretty clean from here.
Yes, it was very
Yep.
clean.
It was clean play.
Good play on D by number 31, Louis Hanel.
There's a high snap. Good punt away, though.
Fair catch called for by Reiner. And he takes over on their own 40-yard line.
4:15 left in the half.
All right, so both teams now getting ready to set up as we head into the final 4 minutes of the first half. East now leading 6-0. On that touchdown run, missing the extra point. West thus far has not been able to capitalize on anything. They did have a fumble recovery. We're not able to do anything with it there. So now we have East again on the offensive drive.
And like a broken play there.
Foley was sacked on that play for a loss of about 4 or 5 yards. 74 Schwartz with a sack on that one.
You can see both teams being inhibited by the conditions of the field made by yesterday's all-day rain, which postponed this game.
And now, the conditions are, it's not raining now, but it's awful cold out here.
Awful cold, awful damp. Air's very sick.
Just plain ugly.
Plain ugly.
All right, we'll see what Foley has up his sleeve here. Second and about 15, he pitches it back, and it looks like the East defense pursuing, and good job there. It looks like he was tripped up a little bit by number 32, and finally 34 brought him down.
And we have a flag on the play here.
Oh, if you're going to play the percentages, you probably think it's against West, but let's see if we can pick it up on the slow motion here.
Unless it's a small penalty, then
back.
it's going to be.
And number
Trevor had nowhere to
74
go.
went for it and he slipped.
Well, the penalty must be away from the ball because we didn't see anything there.
Calls illegal procedure against East. That's going to cost him 5 yards.
One of the first penalties against East today.
It's they have 3 for 15 while West has 3 for 45. To show you kind of penalties West has been getting today. Now second and what is it, 25, I believe.
Second and 17.
17.
Let's see if the West defense can keep the penetration up here.
Refs are having a discussion here. Delaying the game.
Very difficult to keep that momentum up in this cold when you're moving around all the time and when they have to stop for a couple of minutes.
Muscles can tighten up awful quick.
Still 6-0. Back and forth game.
Neither team being able to dominate.
East, I think, caught West off guard in the opening drive. Got some good penetration early, and while the field was still somewhat playable, were able to score. And now they switch it to second down and 19. So they've marked it back another couple of yards.
That must have been the conversation out there.
There's Coach Caputi out there for West, signaling to his defense what he wants them to do here. I think he's going to get an explanation from one of the referees here. Yes, and he is, and
Okay, now we're finally back into action. Foley running out.
Only on the carry, lift up by number 24, Bradazan.
still third and very long, and we'll probably see a passing down unless they don't want to risk an interception. But it's third and 13, and I doubt if they would be able to make that on a running play.
Down by number 24, with that Joseph Bradazan.
You can see some of those numbers out there that you can't see because of the mud and everything.
If it weren't for the purple and white of West and the white of red of East, we wouldn't be able to tell the teams apart anymore either.
True.
And now we've got probably a passing down here. Let's see what Foley decides to do with it, though.
He rolls out.
Another bootleg looks like.
Taken down by number 75, Patrick Sloan.
Great play there by Sloan.
Only on the carry, brought down number 75, Sloan.
So what we see as we go into the 2 minutes, heading up to the 2-minute warning in the first half, West is probably going to get some good field position.
They're 4th and 14. They're going to kick.
Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Here's the replay. You see him being decked, Foley crunched there. All right, Daly and Mitchell back once again for West. We got a flag. And it's a false start on East, I believe.
the center again.
Penalties finally shifting over to East.
As we have the clock stopped at 1:42, if West can get some really good field position and a nice run back from either Daly or Reynolds, they should have a chance at some kind of scoring opportunity before
the minute and a half.
Yeah.
Problem is you don't want a game to be all penalties.
Well, see the kids decide it on the field instead of having the refs decide it.
That's true. For it to be a good game, you have to have good defense pushing both ways. This is right now penalties that are stopping both teams from scoring.
All right, we've got 4th and 19 once again, and we've got Daly and Reynolds back. There's the kick. Not a bad kick. We'll probably just let the East down it on the 45-yard line.
It's going to be hard to get any kind of a roll now with the mud on the field.
There's only about a minute and a half left.
All right, so West probably looking at some passing here. That's the only way they're going to really make it up the field in a minute and a half.
Both teams have all three of their timeouts left.
First down West. West 24.
West has decent field position.
They're going with the shotgun right away, obvious passing.
There's the pass.
Interception.
Intercepted by... You couldn't quite get the number there.
Well, let's see if it's on the replay. We'll see the interception. There it is. That's number 11, David Summerson. His first pass of the day.
Pressure's on.
He passes it, and we don't even see a West player in sight. He really overthrows it.
Looked like he read the route wrong that his receiver was doing.
That may have been...
That's number 34, I believe.
Yeah,
31.
Yeah.
Louis Hanel, senior, playing defensive back today. Nice play by little Louis.
It was really to nobody on West. It was over a little bit off to everyone.
So we'll chalk that up to a Summerson error there.
5'8", 150-pound Louis Hanel with the interception there.
And only 46 seconds left in the half. We've got a pitch back. And a fumble and West recovers.
Recovered by West.
This is unbelievable. 2 turnovers in a row.
Well, with this weather, you never know what you're going to get.
That's true. Only 39 seconds left. We're going to have to see a Doug Flutie play here by West.
One thing's for sure, neither team has lost their momentum.
Awkward pitch there by Foley.
He was barely hitting the legs.
Right under his leg. Recovered by number 43, Tom DiDomenico.
So we really can't fault the West defense today at all. They've been doing their part. The offense hasn't been able to convert thus far in the game. And with only 35 seconds left in the half, it'll take some kind of play to get any kind of scoring here.
After what happened on the last passing play, West might be contentious around the first half out.
Let's see if they switch back to Eisler. Looks like then here comes Summerson again. They're going to give him another
35
shot.
seconds left.
I guess they don't want Summerson to get too scared of throwing the ball, so they want him to just throw again now, knowing that they're probably out of any danger even with an interception.
You really can't do much with 35 seconds.
With all their timeouts, they could run at least 3 or 4 good plays, maybe get in the field goal range.
There's a possibility, yeah.
We'll see what Summerson does this time. He's had, I think, 1 pass thus far for an interception. He's probably looking for something better than that, definitely. He's in the shotgun. Got the pressure on him.
Pressure.
He gets away.
Finally taken down. That was number 74.
74, that's Lenny Terranova.
Timeout called by West.
Excuse me, Chris Matteo, tackle. Terranova's offense. Matteo's defense.
Second down and 12, a loss of 2 yards there by Summerson. The pressure really got in quickly. That's when you see on the replay. He's able to get away from it a little bit.
as you see the play there. All right, West has been having some real problems here. As you can hear, both crowds are getting into this game, especially on the west side.
Yeah, we've got the East Band here sitting with the West Band now. Their own East contingent here on the west side of the field. Not helping the West cause too much here. All right, second down and 12. Summerson again in the shotgun. We're going to see a pass here. Let's see if West can complete one pass before the half is over. Here comes the pressure again, and it's caught. And he's up. Excellent run.
Nice, very nice.
Finally upended by 42, Ronnie Rambler. Let's see that pass again. Here we go on the replay. There's Summerson back. The pressure coming right away.
Well-designed screen pass there.
And he's got
a wall of blockers.
Yes, uses them well. And there he goes, and that's number 34. Excellent run, pass, completion.
Matthew Hansen took it for a nice run.
Ron Rambler, the man on the tackle, has worked his way into the East starting lineup, being a bench player in the beginning of the year.
All right, 12 seconds left to go in the first half. Got a possibility. They're pretty close to field goal range here. If they can get another good pass, they might be able to get a field goal off before the end of the half.
12 seconds left.
West only has one more timeout, so they're going to have to make use of this play.
All right, back in the shotgun again will be Summerson. Had much better success on his second pass than his first, obviously.
Big back.
Flip
Going
for
for it all.
There it is, number 84.
There's still 5 seconds left.
Timeout is called.
West went for it all in the gamble and threw in a double coverage. This is the replay.
It was a nice pass here, but the coverage just a little bit too much for number 84 to catch it. There it is, and as you see, as it comes down, it's catchable, but the coverage is excellent. It bounces off his hands, actually, and he tries to run back to it, but he can't quite make it. So, it doesn't look like they're going to go for a field goal here. Looks like they're going to go for all the marbles once again.
East is in deep prevent.
That's the end.
At the end of the first half, we have
End of the first half.
East leading 6-0.
By way of a 6-yard run by Brent Sherman.
So as both teams head out into the field house, it's been basically a defensive battle. West is able to get off early. No, East is able to get off early and score. And here we have the replay of that pass once again. And there it is, and it's a little bit over his hand. Couldn't quite make it.
West penalties are really affecting them.
All right, so what we have coming up at the half are all the halftime activities. You won't want to miss that. They have extended the half from the normal 20 to 25 minutes just so you can get some more enjoyment and edification out of the halftime show.
And here comes West Marching Band. We'll be back at the beginning of the third quarter to give you more play-by-play coverage of this East-West homecoming game 1985.
Enjoy the halftime show.
5 edition of the Cherry Hill High School West Marching Lions Band. Under the field direction of Bridget Albert and Chris Marino. Front majors are Betty Wong and Jean Garcia, and the featured twirlers are Robin Corney and Mary Kessler. West will be performing Malagueña, Journey to Tomorrow, Carnival, and Casal Suite. The show was designed by Bob Gupta and James Raven. Assistant directors are Frank Mazzio and Bob Gupta. Fun instructors are Michelle Edwards and Peggy Kiesner. Percussion instructor is Jack McGinty, and the director of the Cherry Hill West Marching Band is James Raven. members of the marching band. We would like to thank them for their dedication and wish them the best of luck in the future years. Charles Benito, Romeo Tamba, Richard Pistachio, Bridget Elbert, Doug Foster, Glenn Meyer, Dawn Giuliano, Robert Kluklef, Dan Levine, Ellen Masters, Scott Mary, Matt Snyder, Betty Wong, and Robert Delkson. Please enjoy the show.
We heard put a shot of the director, like, over? Can you get a shot of the director over top with the rest of the band?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. There is a red car parked in the track extension by the field house. This car must be moved immediately. A red car parked at the extension of the track near the field house. This car must be moved immediately. Thank you. And here is today's winning lucky 50-50 number. Take your tickets out. Today's winning number is 1672365. Today's winning lucky number, that's 1672365. Bring your ticket to the press box if you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of their final game playing for East and West, we would like to recognize those senior football players from each school. Congratulations to the East seniors, Alan Opperly, Scott Blanch, Tom Cohen, Nick DiCiacco, Nick DeMario, Chuck Goldberg, Dave Goldstein, Lil Hanel, Dan Kennedy, Matt Knopf, Chris Matteo, Dave Mitchell, Steve Prano, Ron Rambler, Mark Schreiber, and Len Terranova. Congratulations to East seniors. And congratulations to West senior football players, Dave Summerson, Matt Hanson, Anthony Mbesi, Joe Brabazon, Jeff Caleo, Pat King, Kevin Lockwood, Chris DeBlasio, Sal Smarito, Rob Billow, Bart Seidel, Greg Dorwood, Mark Schwartz, Howard Goldman, Walt Bustinowitz, Tom Harmon, and Alex Reynolds. Congratulations to West senior football players.
Here's a shot of our producer, Mr. Hawes, fraternizing with some of the female members of the crowd today. We'd like to thank Mr. Haas along with Mr. Hampson and all the camera people out there. They're doing a great job today. And we've got, again, all the floats and junior misses and all that coming around once again for your enjoyment. Rob McCarthy along with East Junior Miss Maureen Shields and Brian Curley, number 24. He's dressed for the game today. He's only a freshman, along with the freshman homecoming representative. Here we see the floats again. It's the freshman float from Cherry Hill East. Ready for the kickoff for the second half. East is going to kick off. It'll be Dave Mitchell, number 30, ready to boot the ball for East.
Receiving it looks like Ron Daly and Alex Reynolds. Yeah.
It's 6-0 score. East winning, starting the second half. They scored on a 6-yard run by Brent Sherman about halfway through the first quarter.
Both teams look ready and raring to go.
After some halftime talks by their coaches, maybe both teams will be ready to play now. Short kick
There it
by
goes.
Mitchell.
Alex Reynolds has it. He's up to about the 42. The 37.
And that was an excellent run back there. A little bit of a short kick. Reynolds made the most of it.
East defense is remaining the same. Starters.
You see the floats going around momentarily.
On defense, they have Welsh, Salop, Mario, Blanch, and Casimeno on the line, and the linebackers will be Kennedy and Semetsky.
There's Eisler going up for a nice run there.
Continuing on the secondary, they have Knopf, Prano, Hanel, and Rambler.
He was almost caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he broke a tackle and I guess he picked up about 4 on that play.
So second down and 6 here.
West looks a little bit more spirited than they did in the first half.
They give and go up. They go up the middle.
The middle by Matt Hansen to about the 48.
Looks like a first down. It's going to be first and 10.
Line showing good running attack here to start the second half off. Here's the inside handoff right up the middle.
Matt
Big
Hansen
hole
takes
there.
it. Nicely picked up by the East defense once Matt Hansen gets through that hole, got the first down. They didn't let him go for much more. There's another shot of the West float for the freshmen and seniors, and they're throwing something into the crowd. Another bootleg. He's rolling outside. Might carry it himself. Going to get caught behind the line, looks like, but he manages to break out for another 10 yards, 15. He's making it to the 30-yard line. The best play of the game thus far. And the float people chucking out some buttons, and it hit right above us. Somebody with a powerful arm out there. Here we see it on the replay. Eisler doesn't see anyone downfield, so he doesn't want to get caught behind the line, so he decides to take it out. He gets by that East defender nicely. He's got Albrecht blocking up in front. He gets through there. He breaks that tackle. Then he's got number 25 in front of him blocking. Nice block off the number 20 there, and he gets some good yardage down to the 30-yard line.
Longest run of the day, about 19-yard run there by the quarterback from West.
I wonder what Coach Caputi told them halftime.
Seems to be working. There
Yeah.
we had a gain of about 2 yards, looks like. That was Albrecht.
The East defense is going to have to stiffen up here to stop West from getting a touchdown, and it'll put them in the tie. And if they make the extra point, give them the lead.
It looks pretty much like the first half looked, where they just came out on the first drive and really dominated. At least did in the first half, and we'll see if West be able to do the same thing in the second. We've got Eisler waiting for the snap. He's got it. He hands off, I believe that was Albrecht. We really can't see the numbers. Not much of a game, at any rate.
The East defense
I
mobbed
was
them.
given to Matthew Hansen.
We see it on the replay here.
Can barely make out these numbers.
But there comes Hansen.
Through the mud.
He gets drilled as he just crosses the line of scrimmage.
Great penetration there by the East defensive line.
So it's 3rd and 5 now for West. This is the closest they've been to scoring the entire game. If they can get this first down, they'll definitely be within field goal range. Pitches it back, bobbled by number 13 Albrecht. He slips, goes to the outside, and a loss of yardage. As we see it here on the replay, Eisler pitches back. He bobbles it a little bit. And he's looking for somewhere to go. His blockers really aren't set because he's not set. So he's got 4th down and 6. So a loss of a yard on the play.
And they're going for it.
Oh, a little bit of a risky play here. Let's see how it works. I can't believe they're going for it. Oh, look at the East pressure.
Trouble.
The pass is incomplete. The risky play there. 4th and 6.
They wanted to take a gamble.
And here comes the pressure instantaneously. You see the Eisler's in trouble automatically, and he has to throw it away.
Pitcher put on by 74 Stallup.
Now East will
7:59 left in the game, in the quarter.
All right, so East has got it on their own 27-yard line. They were able to stave off a West attack. I questioned that play there on 4th and 6. I don't know, but that's what Caputi, I guess, must have called. No gain there by East.
West had success in the second quarter stopping East running game. East might have to go to the air in order to gain some yardage. Tony got stopped for nothing there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Second 10, Foley to take the snap. East offensive starters, the same as for the first half. No gain at all there.
That was quite a loss of yardage on that play. West penetrated well, and as you noted, against the running game, they seem to be doing a rather good job.
Stopped Sherman for a loss there.
It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Now East is going to definitely have to pass. There's been very little passing in the game, and the little that there's been has been relatively unsuccessful. Foley is 1 for 5, and the West quarterback is 0 for 3.
Right to Radzell, number 86. Radzell's only a junior. He's playing flanker today.
I don't think they need a first down.
It's not long enough for a first down, though. Might be good enough for Foley to get his confidence, though. Finally complete another pass.
There it is. It's a nice pass. Caught, and then there's quite a bit of West defenders ready to bring him down.
4th down and 1. Are they going to go for it?
He decides not to go for it because just trying to protect
Might
that
be
lead.
a fake.
Well, I don't know. Trying to protect that lead, I think. I don't think we're going to see a fake here.
Mitchell's got a separated shoulder. I
Nope.
don't think the fake is in order. Good high kick.
Taken eastbound.
Down to the 7-yard line.
They've quite an east bounce on that one there.
Have to wonder why they would let that one fall.
Yeah.
They may have let it go in the hopes of letting it bounce into the end zone, except the ball is really not bouncing that much on this wet field.
In any case, nice punt there by Mitchell.
So we have now West deep in their own territory. Eisler is going to have a difficult time working his way out of there. Decides to give up to, I believe that was Albrecht. Oh, we have Caputi talking to Matt Hansen on the sideline, coming in with the play.
In this third quarter, we only have 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. He's still up 6-0 on their first quarter touchdown.
They've got 2nd down and 6 right now. Also decides to give back up the middle once again. Slight gain of yardage. Be 3rd and about 4. Matt Hansen on that carry.
Number 33. That's Michael Botlico is coming in for number 34, Matthew Hansen.
And 3rd and 4. The West, I don't know what they're going to go here.
Fake it. Bootleg.
Up, tip.
Six.
Nice play there by East defense. Number 50 by Divanero. Great play there by Divanero.
I doubt if West will risk going for it here deep in their own territory. Have to see a punt coming here, and East will have excellent field position.
East would like to see their lead increase a little bit. They probably don't feel too safe right now. It's only a 6-0 lead.
Like to put on.
Horrible
Kick. Cohen picks it up. He's down almost to the 20-yard line.
This is an excellent opportunity for East.
Great return by Cohen. Picked up the bouncing ball without fumbling it and managed to get down. East is a great field position.
There you see, picking it up right there on the replay, and no West defender is really too close. Number 53 is pursuing. He gets away from him, breaks to the outside, and gets down to the
Well, we have a penalty on the play
against East.
And it's against East.
Says, I believe the penalty was called ineligible receiver downfield.
But that seems kind of awkward considering East is receiving the ball.
Yeah.
Keeping it.
So West, luckily, gets the ball back on their own 30-yard line.
It's going to give West the first down.
So it's the first really bad break that East has had this game. And there we have Wesley and the trainer up there. Get a shot of them cheering on the West team.
Probably feel warm in that outfit today.
Probably. So Eisler gets the break. Got some room to work with. He's got 84 in motion. There's the snap. Gives it up. Oh, bootleg. He's going to run with it himself. Oh, he pitches it back.
Oh, to Matthew Hansen.
Saw the option there.
It's about the 38-yard line.
So that was a nice running play. I was taking it up, pitching Hansen. You're watching here on the replay. He fakes.
Less than 3.5 minutes in the quarter.
West has had some good success. Good blocking there to open up a big hole. They've had good success on that bootleg by the quarterback, and this time he optioned it back.
And if Hansen hadn't slipped on that over that East player, he might have had a few more yards. He's got 2nd and 1, so we're looking at probably West getting first down on one of these two plays. There's 84 in motion once again. Gets back up the middle. Scott Cohen. Oh, if he breaks those 2 tackles, he's got a touchdown. So that was Andrew Albrecht. Excellent run. Shades of last year in that run. If he breaks 2 more tackles, as you'll see up here, he's got a touchdown. But luckily,
Picks up about 16 yards on the play before he's finally brought down by Rambler. Big hole up the middle. Huge hole.
And you see, he's got to break just 1 more tackle. He's got it, but luckily the East defense was able to bring him down.
Seems like the cold weather and the mud are affecting East right now more than West.
Yeah, West has come out charged up. They look ready to play.
And their offensive line is dominating, opening up big holes.
They're only at about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Maybe the offense is finally converted. That's what they were looking for.
That was Michael Batalico on the carry. Bring us to the second in about 7.
Two minutes left in the third quarter. East is still up 6-0, but West is controlling the ball.
We got 84 in motion once again. And then we're going another bootleg, and it looks like they're going to get nailed on this time, and they do.
But he escaped from behind the line to get at least 1 yard.
By the way, number 84 is Scott Cohen.
East had good defensive surge there. Looks like they weren't fooled by that one.
Looks like they got 2 yards on the play, though. They have 3rd and 5 marked on the old scoreboard there. You see he's able to get away from that, and it's probably got to be the weather conditions, or Eisler was dead on that first possible
Frano
play.
almost had him in the backfield.
So at 3rd and 5, West would love to get this first down converted because they're not in field goal range yet, and they've got to score if they want to try and win this game. Tried to give it to Albrecht. He's not going anywhere.
Might have been a gain of about a yard. 41 seconds left in the quarter.
And at 4th and about 4, if they went on it at 4th and 6, you got to think that they're going to go for it here.
Tough call for
4th down and 4. Yeah, they got about a yard on that.
Play stacked up by the defensive line. Initial hit on the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Gutsy move here, as we see what these players actually have to play on. Doesn't look too appetizing.
No, ruins my dinner.
Oh, but no, look, they're going to punt here. See, I have a question. It's on 4th and 6, they decide to go for it, while 4th and 4, they decide to punt it away. They let that go. It doesn't take a bounce at all. So they down it, and they have it about their 25. Not too strong of a punt.
One thing about this wet field, the ball hits the field, it either slides or goes absolutely nowhere.
So far, East has gotten the good bounces. As we come to the end of the 3rd quarter at Jonas C. Morris Stadium, East versus West. East is up 6-0. No scoring in that 3rd quarter, as there's been no scoring since the 1st quarter.
Yeah.
So we have both teams now. They've switched sides to the field. And see Coach Caputi there. He knows he's not out of this game. He's got a chance to win it here. He's got to stop East and hope for some good field position and score. There's East now lining up. And we'll see if the West defense can rise to the occasion here. And there we have Foley pitch back, and he's drilled. Almost a fumble.
Great play there by the West defender.
We can see it on the replay. We'll see who penetrated on that.
Sherman barely had time to hold the ball before he got decked.
There we see who's coming in here. It looks like number
22.
Number 42. Number 42 there.
It's going to be 2nd 17.
He gets a bit of yardage there, but they're still being stopped well short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and very long.
Neither team has been able to put together a prolonged attack in this game. Field condition and penalties have really hurt both teams.
So it's 3rd and 15. We'll probably be looking at a pass. I can't see them trying to run 15 yards, especially the way the West defense has been shutting down their running attacks thus far this half.
There they go. They get nothing.
So it's going to be 4th and long and definite punt. You see 10-11 left in the game. West by no means out of it. They'll get good field position here. If they get a good run back, they can certainly be looking at a touchdown here.
And with
sure to get good field position out of it.
I bet you they've been told, though, not to let any balls go back, as what happened last time when they ended up on their own 7-yard line.
And they did it again.
Number 88 running it up, though, and he manages to get into the 49-yard line of the East.
Now, something's wrong there. Those guys are not communicating with each other.
As you see on the replay, number 40, Ron Daly, lets it go, and Alex Reynolds has to run it down about 5 yards back. Then he finally gets back to where he could have caught it in the first place.
Good coverage there by East. As we get a peek at some of West cheerleaders.
Their legs must be freezing.
Well, we don't know. When you're out there pepping up the crowd, probably warms you up. Anyway, we've got Eisler back. 2 split backs there. Number 13, Albrecht. Not much of a gain.
About a 2-yard gain on that play. They got to do something. There's about 9 minutes left in the game.
So 2nd and 9, and this is probably a pivotal possession for West. If they can't convert here, they're going to have slim chances of converting later on in the quarter. There's Eisler back once again. Got Cohen in motion. He fakes to give screen pass, Albrecht, and he's going for long yardage.
Albrecht out at about the 34.
And you see him sliding a good 6 yards out of bounds.
Finally tackled by 23, Cohen.
Excellent choice of play there off the screen, as you see that on the replay.
Haven't seen that one before today. Looked like it's full East.
Yeah, he fakes up the middle, and then once he sees the East defender come in, he just drops it off to Albrecht. Albrecht's got plenty of room, and he gets a good 15-yard gain out of it.
Good blocking by the West offensive line to give him time for the pass.
Coming out is Michael Batalico, excuse me.
All right, looks like we have a fumble. Looks like it's going East.
And it is a fumble, and East recovered.
What a break for East. What a bad break for West.
And let's see if we can pick it up here. Oh, yes, it's stripped nicely by the East defender. And then, although a West man was on the bottom of the pile, it looks like East got there first.
Big hit by Casimeno, the nose guard, is playing very good defensive game today for East.
Let's have a look at the old West sideline.
So again, another turnover off West. It's been penalties and turnovers all afternoon.
It's been hurting both teams severely.
Still 6-0. It's a slow-moving game. West has to do something.
Time on each side right now, only 8 minutes, 10 seconds left. West has to get it back with enough time to convert for a touchdown.
Looks like East will probably keep the ball on the ground here to try to run out some of the clock. Clock is obviously working in their favor. They have the lead and the ball.
They break Sherman. Sherman has scored that touchdown earlier. Oh, we've got a little frontery going on between 2 players out there. But anyway, Sherman, who scored a touchdown earlier, got a nice run out.
Sherman gained about 9 yards from the play. Going to give East second and short for the first down.
Okay, we'll see. Now see the East offense coming to the fore here. But we'll see what West can do to stop them.
Up the middle again.
They definitely have a first down.
Sherman's picked up 12 yards in his last 2 carries combined. Bo Wood said a couple days ago that he was really looking forward to this game to make up for last year's game. He said he finished statistically above West in everything but the score last year, and he was really disappointed in that game. Time for East to get some revenge.
And if they can keep West away from the ball for the next 6 minutes and 50 seconds, then they will do just that.
That's Sherman again. Looked like he picked up about 7 yards on that play.
J.C. Hamlin's coming for Oscar Jamerson.
Play the offensive line, East's big offensive line opened up a large hole for Sherman to run through.
Sherman marked down 2nd and 5 now.
Sherman's 5'7", 165-pound junior.
So let's see what if they keep giving it to Sherman. Oh, West really alert on that play. Number 51.
Looks like one time too many for Sherman to be running the ball.
Christus Brasio really was alert to that, and he came in and got him behind the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and long now.
Good play action pass might have been better there.
To see the replay, we'll see Brasio come right in. And it doesn't look like anybody picked him up and nail him.
Excellent defense by West there.
So 3rd and 6. We'll see what Foley has up his sleeve here. Ref coming in, cleaning off the ball there. And this is perhaps the most important play of the game thus far. If West can get it back, they've still got a chance. If not, looks bad.
Sherman again.
Breaks the fumble.
Recovered by East.
So it'll be 4th down. Probably looking at a punt from.
So West is going to have a little over 4 minutes left. When they get the ball finally after this punt, they're going to need a nice long drive in order to score and tie and maybe win this game.
There you see the fumble as it goes out of his hands, and it's recovered by Sherman once again. He fumbled it, recovered it, no fumble. Heads up play there. All right, we still have that. Now we have Albrecht back, along with looks like Daly. Looks like it's going to go to Daly. Doesn't really go anywhere, so it's just down by East at the 25-yard line. Or the 30-yard line.
There's 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game. West is going to have to go 70 yards in order to tie this game up. Not going to be able to do it on the ground alone. There's not enough time.
I'm sure they're definitely going to have to start doing the passing attack, and if they're successful, then they have a chance to tie this game up. However, the passing attack for both teams hasn't been too successful today, so we'll see if they're able to come to their pinnacle of ability here in the 4th quarter. Pitch it back.
Like a halfback option pass.
Intercepted.
Oh!
Almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted. And
Frano would have had it if he hadn't slipped.
And West very lucky there that they didn't blow the whole game.
East didn't look like it was fooled too much. They had good pressure on the running back who was throwing the ball.
And there's really nobody really that much open that they have to throw to anyway. As you look downfield, all you see are East players.
Looked like he was just trying to get rid of it.
Oh, and it bounced off 2 East players there. Pretty upset with themselves for missing that. So it's 2nd and 10, and we're probably another passing down.
East has used that play in their arsenal to help them on some occasions.
We've got Dave Somerson now back. He's looking for someone. He sees someone on the outside. Oh, that pass dropped. That was an excellent pass. It should have been caught. It was in his arms and just popped right out.
Looks like he ran about a 10-yard curl, beat the defensive back to the ball.
So for a team that must do something, it doesn't look like they're exactly doing much.
Well, 3rd and 10, we're looking at the pass. This ball should have been caught here by number 27.
Should have been caught.
That was Patrick King, the co-captain. Sure doesn't want to finish off his last game at West with that memory. So let's see if they go to him again. Okay, we've got Somerson now looking for pass. He's got plenty of time. He's out. Intercepted.
Picked off by 11, Matt Knob.
Oh, we've got a penalty here. Clipping. We've got a clipping call by the referee. I think it's going to be against East.
But if it comes after the possession, after the interception, it's not going to hurt them. They're still going to get the ball.
The only prolonged attack of the game came early in the first quarter when the field was not as
See there,
muddy.
he deflects right off Matt Hansen's hands.
Right into Knob's hands. The old tip drill play.
And there we see the referee, the assistant referee coming in. We don't know exactly what's going on. Well, it's going to be East ball, though.
Only 3:23 left in the game. West is going to have to stop him on 4 downs. Can't afford to let him get a first down.
Alright, we've got Foley now. He's back off. Got a good run going there. Picks up about 5 yards.
The clock winds down. West is going to have to start using timeouts soon to stop the clock.
Alright, it's 2nd and 6.
We're approaching the 2-minute warning here in the game. Looks like East has domination. West has to pull off some nice plays in order to hook a tie or win the game.
Although anything can happen, it looks like East is on their way to victory here in what's been a defensive battle.
Looks early to tell, though. There goes Sherman.
And it's going to be 3rd down, probably about 3. 3rd and 4.
As you see the clock stopped, and West has to take a timeout.
So West calls a time just to stop the clock. Nobody's going really back to talk any strategy. At 3rd and 4, they've got to stop them here. East would be foolish to pass because there's a possible interception which could take place there. So they'll just keep the ball on the ground. Even if they don't make it, a punt will put West way back in their own territory, and to come at that far, 2 minutes, or less than 2 minutes, is very unlikely.
The ball's on the West 45-yard line, and the way Mitchell's been punting, he could put him back way deep in their own offensive zone.
He can't count out a field goal either. Mitchell this year has been incredible kicking field goals. He has a school record now of 42 yards. So if East can get close enough, then they could put up 3 more points on the board.
This is the pivotal play right here. You get a shot of one of our cameramen. And the West cheerleaders who have done their utmost to bring out the crowd spirit and help the players along. Looking a tad dejected now, but it's to be expected. So what we have now going on here is East 3rd and 4. And this is West must stop them, and it doesn't look like they did. It's going to be very close.
East made the first down. That could pretty much wrap
I think that face pretty much sums up West's problems right now. Smile of determination, but looks bad. It's 4th down, so they did not make it. It's going to be close. I think East would be gambling too much to try to go for it, really. I mean, the punt would put the West back so far that time remaining probably
They have
make
been
it.
running the ball well. Looks like they're going to try to go for it. Coach Slowwood's going with the gutsy approach here.
All right, 4th and 1. They've been running well enough to make it, so let's see if they do so.
Well, the quarterback sneaks, and it looks like he has it very easily.
So the game is virtually over. West to get the ball back. I think East can run out the clock here with 1:04 remaining fairly easily.
West still has 2 of its timeouts left, but I don't think they're going to be enough.
you'd have to have some kind of turnover here for West to have a shot.
And with this slippery field and ball, you never know what's going to happen.
Of course, after the game is over, they will have the presentation of the trophy, the Aldibar boots, and they'll have the representatives of the West and East captains out there. And if things go as expected, the East will carry home the trophy this year that West did have last year.
34 seconds left in the game.
East is taking a timeout here.
So while we had a timeout, we go over the game. What we had basically was first quarter surge by East, who seemed to catch West off guard and were able to score. The rest of the way we had defensive battles and a lot of penalties going on as you get a shot at the West stands and the bands. And you had pretty much nothing really happening. There was a lot of back and forth play, but nobody was really close to scoring. And now we come into the 34 seconds left. East took possession of the ball and a 6-0 lead. Looks like they're on their way to victory.
You kind of wonder if the field conditions almost made it impossible after the first quarter to score. The only scoring we had was in the first quarter.
Between the weather and the good defense that both these teams played, kept the score down to a very minimum.
I question the non-use of passing. I think they're having a little bit more passing instead of running because the running on this field is treacherous. Maybe a little passing would have aided West later on in East as well. But they were low, did not feel it to be the proper thing to do, so they did not do so. As you can see, they're just sitting on the ball now, and I think they'll be content to run out the clock.
West takes a timeout.
26 seconds left.
It's all academic now. East can just flop down 4 times and the game will be over. But Wood in the middle of his huddle, making sure his team does the right thing on this play.
West has put on a great show today, and so is East. You get another shot of one of the West cheerleaders wearing our "We're Defensive" buttons, and that is true. I mean, that is the case. The defense has been really excellent for West today. They just let one touchdown slip past, which is, can happen to anyone, anytime. So, but the offense was not able to convert. We saw a couple of interceptions, fumbles. It's been a back and forth game, and East has come out on top today.
I think this game was a lot of penalties. I think the penalties basically decided both teams' fate.
Certainly seemed that way early on.
There haven't been many penalties in the second half at all, but there hasn't been very much offense either.
We've got some fighting on the field
action
now.
there.
There's some pushing and shoving. Some frustrations come out at the end of the game.
Yeah.
West calls timeout once again. It's rather academic at this point. They can't stop the clock again. And it's going to be
Seconds left in the game.
3rd and 15 for East. So West may get the ball back for, I don't know, one play, possibly.
The clock will stop after the whistle on this play because it's change of possession. The West should have at least a couple seconds for maybe 1 or 2 plays.
There you see the field condition.
It's been very difficult to run or do much of anything out there, as you can see by the uniforms that everyone has on right now. Severely muddied. 13 seconds left, and it's 4th down.
Looks like time's going to run out.
Yeah,
Six,
looks like this is it.
5.
And as both teams come out, East has won. They've come
That's
back.
it.
They've come back from last year's loss. We're able to go up early, and we're able to take victory today. 6-0, a low-scoring game, a defensive battle, and East came out on top. Why don't we go, what do you think was the key to East's victory today?
They used the penalties and they used field position to their advantage. When they needed the touchdown, they only had to go 22 yards, and they scored for the only score of the game on Sherman's 6-yard run.
Big West problems stemmed from the fact that they weren't able to get too much on their kickoff returns or from the punt returns. The bounces weren't going their way, and the offense wasn't able to capitalize. Summerston had a couple of interceptions or a few fumbles. So it was a mistake-ridden game for both sides, but the West Lions were not able to come out on top today.
Both teams were out in the center of the field shaking hands, good sportsmanship.
And what we will see momentarily will be the presentation of the Al Daibar Trophy out in the center of the field.
Police have surrounded the goalposts at the end of the field. One of them was torn down last year by the West fans who were overjoyed at their victory.
And this year I have understood that the poles were greased with oil anyway, so if anyone tried to go up them, they were coming down. So they've taken their precautions on that score. Both teams leave the field. You have the coaches out there wrestling one another. Coach Caputi,
Coach Bowood, me. Some of the players are...
you see these players leaping in the mud.
Sliding into the mud area, doing some belly dances there. I don't... They're either very happy or insane. It's one of the two.
Okay, so thus ends East-West Homecoming Football 1985. Better luck for West next year, and, well, let's see if East can hold it next year.
So for Rick Manetti, Tom Casey, Matt Cohen, I'm Michael Harrison, hoping you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoyed this game today. Thank you for joining us on Channel 18.
Good night.